Tonight we're going to bring you something very special and unique. We have actual footage of interviews with people who have apparently had encounters with extraterrestrial beings. You'll find these stories engaging, heart-wrenching, sad, happy, and very, very emotional at times. We hope you'll enjoy this presentation. So here we are going to interview some people who actually were abducted. And ma'am, I understand that you, at some point, you believe you were abducted?
Yes.
By whom?
Oh, they were lovely.
They were lovely. Okay. Well, who were they? What did they look like?
They were light.
They were light.
They were light and they were kind. Yes.
And where did this happen?
It happened right here in my living room.
Okay. How long ago did this take place?
Oh, gee, it must have been, maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And have you had another visit with these creatures?
Oh, yes, many, many.
Where did you have the later visits?
Oh, they always come here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do you feed them, entertain them? What happens when you meet?
Yes, they love white wine. They love Chardonnay.
What do they look like? They light?
They're light. They look like, let's see. They're about 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yes, and they have.
And do you know when they're coming back?
Well, they come usually, a couple times a month. I expect them on Sunday. They like Sundays.
Sundays? What time of day?
They usually come around, around 3. Sometimes they're 4 or 5.
Ah. So
after I play pickleball, then they come.
thank you very much. I understand you may have had an encounter with an alien or something like that.
You know, this is really hard for me to tell because I sound like a real Looney Tune, but it happened to me when I was a little girl. I lived in Greenville, Pennsylvania, very small town, and we lived down this dark lane. Only one other house at the time, and it was in the summer, and the house was a ranch house, so the windows were like up here, and I was sleeping and I woke up because there was a swirling light in my bedroom.
So the windowsill was up at your chin level. You had to stand up.
There were no windowsills. It was just one of those crank out.
Okay, but you had to get up.
Windows.
Yeah. Then what happened?
So I shared a room with my sister. I shared a bed with my sister Annette, and there was this light and kind of a buzzing sound. So I got up and I just peeked up over the window, and I guess I was on my tiptoes because I was probably around 10 years old. And out in the backyard, there was what we think of as an alien spaceship. You know, it's kind of a disc and like a bubbly thing. And it was like hovering on the ground, and there were just lots of lights kind of around the whole middle section and down below. And I just looked at it, and I thought, oh, that's cool. So I went back to sleep. Never forgot it. It never happened again.
And you figured that was just like a normal thing.
I just thought, okay, that was a good dream. I really thought it happened. I still believe it happened.
It was not a dream.
In Pennsylvania, Greenville, Pennsylvania, in the late 50s probably.
Late 50s. Wow. And that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Story.
Amazing. Thank you. And we're going to now interview a gentleman who I understand has had some experience with interstellar creatures. Sir, can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, first of all, my name is John Thompson, and I live
So
in
we're
Kentland. 12 o'clock at night, and we're walking around the lake, and as we're coming, we cut into the woods. Brilliant light in the sky.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting closer and closer and closer, and all of a sudden, when I'm in the woods, this big bright light just comes flashing like a beam on me and the dog. And she barks at everything usually, but she was just totally startled and calmer. Then all of a sudden, she just froze.
Yeah.
She was stiff as a board. And I'm looking at her and I'm calling, Scout, Scout, wake up, and she never wakes up. Her body just starts to rise up.
Oh no.
And next my body starts to rise up. And then before you know it, this room.
What did it look
and I'm
like?
on this table. It looks like a surgery room of some sort. And these strange creatures, if you ever saw the movie E.T., it kind of looked like that. That creature looked like that. And closer and closer with these like medical tools. And they start digging in me, and I felt like I'm screaming. I said, I can't move, I can't move, I can't move. And all of a sudden, I felt this iron brand on my chest, and look what they did. They put that on my chest.
Oh no, look at that.
I don't know what it means, but, I woke up the next day, and the next thing I'm floating back down, and I'm walking around the lake, and it's like the next morning. And my chest is burning, and she's looking at me, and I'm staring, and all of a sudden, I hear this beat go, and this thing starts burning on my chest, and I get all this ringing in my head like they're trying to contact me, and then it just goes on day in and day out, and I don't know what it means, but I'm hoping just through time I'm gonna get an answer. But that means something! I know it does!
We will get you some help, sir. Thank you very much.